Hi everyone, I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sharing with you guys a couple of tips that you can use in order to find your personal style, because I feel like personal style is a personal journey, but then there are kind of a couple of tips here and there that I personally have collected, and I've also done my research, so I feel like these are tips that would actually be quite interesting and would help you find your personal style. So if this is something you're really interested in knowing and learning, then keep on watching. First thing, according to me, is understanding your body shape, because when you understand your body shape, you are able to work better with your body. You start to learn to know how to buy things. You buy things that actually work with your body well, and you can also learn how to, like, some of the don'ts of your body shape. You can use them in an easy way and be able to manipulate them to work better for your body, even if they're not specifically made for your body. The second tip for me is actually finding your signature pieces, and for me a signature piece would be a blazer. I enjoy wearing blazers a lot more, and that is a lot more recently than I used to before. So blazers are usually a very beautiful finish to my outfit, so be it I gravitate towards either blazers or coats. So mostly because Scotland is actually quite cold majority of the year, I do gravitate towards the two. So when it's kind of spring, summer, I could wear a blazer. When it's autumn, winter, I could run for my coats, and it does give a particularly similar feel and it would look amazing. Some of other pieces could be like the type of shoes you like. Do you like t-shirts? Do you like blouses? Do you like dress pants? Do you like jeans? So find your particular signature piece, and then you can easily be able to work with it. The other thing is investing in items you feel like you would wear forever. And for me, like I said before, I feel like some of my signature pieces are blazers. Blazers and coats have always stood the test of time. And even looking back at fashion in the 50s and 60s, so around the time where my grandma was fashionable, so when I look at pictures, things like blazers are still there. And look at 2020, we still have blazers up and coming, and we have different designs, different feels, different cuts that are working really well for us. And so I do feel things like blazers I could wear forever. The only difference would be like if I add a little bit of weight, if I lose a little bit of weight, then I could have to interchange them to the way that it's going to work for me. So do find items that you feel like you'd wear forever, like be it jeans, be it dress pants. And mostly people would go for neutrals, but then if you're a colorful person, do get yourself those beautiful colors. Just get them in good quality, in my opinion. The other thing is to create a mood board. So I will give you a good example. I like to look at ideas that my favorite style icons are wearing. So even if they're not generally style icons, they're people that are known for the style of clothing that they wear or how good they usually look. So I try and find myself pieces that are actually quite reasonable from their style. I create a mood board, and then I do feel like, what type of person am I, and then I could also move on from there. For example, is how I have done the Still Hairstyle series on my channel. You will see that in my iCards just up there, and I show you how I pick up items from specific celebrities. I've done one Victoria Beckham, I've done one This Is Us, who is a Kenyan-based blogger and vlogger. I've done one from Nancy Mwai, who is also Kenyan-based, and it helps me recreate and regroup, and I also learn some of the things that I like, because these are the people that I find their style is actually quite something that I would, put myself at par with. Next for me is to recognize the things that you dislike. So I find this a huge tip, because then after experimenting with everything that you come and wear in and out, then finding the things you dislike will also help you a lot, so that you don't go out shopping and buy things that you're never ever going to wear. For me, for example, I really dislike cycling shorts and dad sneakers, and those are two things you will catch me dead wearing. Like, I cannot wear those things for the life of me, and I know that for a fact. I have accepted it as a fact, and I would never do it. So I will never go out and waste my money on that, because I do know that these are not things that I will wear and I don't like them. And there's no point of lying to myself that I do when I know truly and really I actually don't like them. And this helps you so much more, because then whatever you have in your wardrobe are things that you genuinely love and enjoy, and you can wear them over and over again interchangeably, and they would look amazing on you. The other point for me is to make your style icons, and by making your style icons I mean find people out of the ordinary. So for me, besides This Is Us or Sharon Mundia of This Is Us, I like Victoria Beckham. And apart from those two people that are known for their style, somebody that I find I do love to see how they dress up is my grandma. My grandma has really been a style icon, and in as much as now she doesn't practice style on a daily, what I do is I go through her pictures, like her old pictures, and just get some inspiration from what she used to wear when she was, you know, youthful and with much more energy than she does right now. And it actually helps me a lot in finding inspiration for what to wear, which also trickles down to my mom. My mom is actually quite stylish, if I do say so myself, and she does pick up things here and there. If you don't know, my mom is a qualified fashion designer, so she does know how to pick things here and there, and it helps. And there's some things that you can find from some of your style icons that you can mix and match. So you'll find somebody like Victoria Beckham rarely wears jeans. According to what I've seen, she's very modest in her way of dressing, very posh, and I love that. Whereas you can find somebody like Sharon, on the other hand, would be more casual. She's now constantly wearing jeans or like casual outfits. So I even mix the two, I could end up with an outfit that could be like dress pants and a t-shirt, and at the end of the day, you see, like, I mix the two together. So create your own style icon is what I mean. Next point for that from that is find colors that suit you. If I give an example of myself, I do believe, and this may sound a little bit cocky, but I do believe that all colors work for me. But there are colors that I have to take a little bit more effort to make work for me, if that makes any sense. There are a couple of shades, of colors that I do have to work more to make them work for me, if that honestly makes sense. But then if there are colors that I find are very seamless and they work for me very well, is pinks. I love pinks. Like, I genuinely love pink as a color in itself. So pinks I find really work for me easily, seamlessly, with no much hassle. And mustards, all the yellows, and I feel like yellows work well for all dark skin girls and things like that. I also find white and brown work for me quite well. So find colors that actually work for you, and an easy way to pull out from that is to start wearing monochrome. So enjoy wearing monochrome as much as you can, and I've spoken about this in a video before, and I say, if it's black, take it back. Honestly, if it's black, take it back. Use that as a rule. And the reason I say that is because when you constantly gravitate towards wearing black, you will have a hard time learning what your personal style is. Black is a good way of, you know, having them 1 or 2 days where you can hide in black or something like that, or wear just something very stylish in black, but then don't make it an everyday thing where I'm the black on black type of person for every day. So I use that rule. If it's black, take it back. Next is to kind of audit your wardrobe, and by that I mean like purging some of the things, having a relook of what your wardrobe looks like. If there are things that you like, you don't like, things you use often, things you don't use, things you've outgrown, then you can know what they are and you can chuck those ones out, bring new things in. And you can also find, in that process, you can also find some of the things that you're loving more of, some of the things you're outgrowing, some of the things that you thought you loved but you genuinely actually don't love it, and you know better when you're making your next purchase. I am guilty for this because I don't audit my closet that often, unless like when it's necessary. So like during transitional periods, so between like drastic transition of like spring and autumn, and then from winter into spring, those are the times that I do, oh sorry, summer to autumn and then winter to spring. Those are the 2 times that I would like to say like I kind of really audit my wardrobe. But then the things I wear them over and over again. Like I find them actually quite convenient for me, and I feel like it's because I have discovered what my personal style is to this date. And I feel like if I tell you, or if you ask me what my personal style is, I would say I am eclectic. I do like to believe I have a little bit of elegance, and my style is actually quite timeless, because when I look at my outfits and what I put together, it's something I could wear 10 years from now and I wouldn't feel so bad. Like I'll change small things here and there, like some of the trendy pieces, move them around, and they'll still look good. So I do believe that my style is actually quite timeless, and that's in my opinion. This has been said in every single person's video, blog post, whatever. Everybody that talks about style talks about having a uniform, and it's easy to rule that out. But then having a uniform is easy for you to use, because then you know that you have a basic place to start. So if you are on a day where you don't know what to wear, you can have a uniform. My uniform, like I told you a while ago, is a blouse, whatever blouse or top it is, a pair of jeans. I am trying to run away from a pair of jeans, a blazer, and a pair of shoes. That is what I gravitate towards a lot of the time. So it doesn't matter what it is. Like it could be green pair of pants, a white t-shirt, and then a blazer or a coat. Like it works very well for me, and so it's very important to have a uniform, because it helps you on the days where you truly really cannot be bothered to find out something to wear. Even this point has been mentioned by everybody, and that is to actually calm down on trends. Love the trends, yes, but then calm down on them. Try to find ways in which you can put in between, like you can put in your trends together and make them work for you without like having to buy all the other things. I showed you a video last year, actually the beginning of last year, yeah, talking about like some of the 2019 trends that I was willing to try. And if you saw one key thing that I did was I tried to combine 2 trends together, just to make sure that I'm not overspending or over splurging on items that I wouldn't be sure whether I'd wear them again, or I wouldn't like them in the end, or something like that. So don't be so focused on like the trendy pieces or trendy stuff, but then you can pick a couple of trendy pieces, just because it's actually quite helpful to mix and match some of your classical pieces, some of your old pieces with some trendy items. But then don't be the trendy girl that is walking around with like everything trendy, because then again a little bit of balance goes a really long way. Last but not least is trying to be as loyal as possible to brands that actually make it work for you. If you find like maybe most of the things that you love and enjoy or fit you properly you find from H&M, be a loyal H&M customer. If they don't have these things that you probably want, like if they don't have something specific that you probably want, then you can move to another brand. But then stay loyal to the brands that you find actually really work for your body and their clothes actually work well for you. For me, for example, I would say a brand like Primark actually caters for my bottom needs. So like when I need jeans, I like to gravitate towards Primark a lot, or Marks and Spencer, because these 2 brands cater for my needs in terms of the length. Because then most women, especially in Scotland, I would like to say, are relatively short, so most trousers are made to suit that particular demographic. But then Primark does have like longer trousers, longer jeans, and so it's actually quite better for me to go and get my trousers from there. And every time I have a jeans need, I need any trousers need, I always gravitate towards the two stores. I also like to go to Marks and Spencer for blazers because they have really expensive looking blazers and they have good quality, and they're actually quite relatively affordable, even coats, and they're very, very long lasting. I like H&M for basic stuff like t-shirts, also mom jeans, boyfriend jeans, and girlfriend type of jeans. So this type of jeans I like to go and get from H&M as opposed to all these other the brands I've mentioned before. So you need to be loyal to brands like this one. And by that, you see, I don't mean running for like the big brands, because you have to start small. I'm not in a position in my life where I can afford to go and buy those big brands and be able to maintain that lifestyle. So I start small and it works for me, and I do believe that I dress well on a daily. So yeah, final thing, which I have said again before within this video, is practice, experiment, and these two things work together. By experimenting is try everything and anything, and that way you come and find your final like the final core style that works for you. And then while you're at experimenting, practice more often, dress up more often, enjoy your outfit more often, take more pictures, like enjoy being in that outfit, and you will be surprised at how much wonders it's going to work. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please do consider subscribing to this channel. Also consider following me on my Instagram, because I have more fun videos. I am more fun on Instagram, I would like to say, because it's more of an everyday thing. It's not like completely edited or like a full done set or something like that. So follow me on Instagram. I post everyday pictures, outfit inspirations, outfit tips, and things like that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, do keep safe. Bye.